Joe stared at his coffee cup, waiting for the spark to kick in. But like every morning for the past year, nothing happened. The steam curled upward, the aroma filled the kitchen, yet his body stayed heavy. His hands were cold, his legs stiff, and the tiredness behind his eyes never seemed to lift. He wasn't sick, he wasn't depressed, but something deep inside felt stuck. Joe didn't talk about it. Most men don't. But here's what he felt and couldn't say out loud. I don't feel like myself anymore. His wife still smiled at him over breakfast, still kissed him goodbye before her morning walk. But lately, he avoided her gaze, not because of her, but because of how he felt in his own skin. There was less drive, less warmth, less connection. Not just in the bedroom, but in his entire presence. And it was starting to affect everything. Here's the truth most men never hear. Circulation isn't just about heart health. It's about how alive you feel when you wake up. It's about energy, clarity, confidence, and intimacy. After 60, blood flow slows, testosterone drops, and without a morning ritual that reactivates your body, you start every day in a deficit, tired, flat, disconnected. But what if the answer wasn't in pills or hormone therapy or another supplement? What if it was a simple, natural drink you could make in under 2 minutes? One that supports healthy blood flow, warms your body from the inside out, and quietly brings back something you thought you'd lost? Joe tried that drink, and within a week, everything started to shift. In this video, you'll discover the real reason older men lose energy and intimacy starting in the morning, the science of blood flow, male hormones, and how it all links to how you feel. One simple drink you can make at home with ingredients you probably already have. And the story of what happened to Joe and another man named Henry when they made it a habit. This isn't a pitch. There's nothing to buy, just something to try. Because when your body gets the right message first thing in the morning, it responds in ways you may have forgotten were possible. For most of his life, Joe started every day with coffee. 1 strong cup, maybe 2, no cream, no sugar. It was part of his identity, black coffee, steel mug, quiet kitchen. But somewhere after 60, the rituals stopped working. He'd drink the coffee. But the energy didn't come. His hands still felt cold. His thoughts still sluggish. His chest didn't feel open. His mood, flat. And what frustrated him most, his drive, his warmth, that inner engine, it just wasn't there anymore. Joe chalked it up to aging. This is just what happens, he told himself. Until one afternoon at the barbershop, he overheard 2 men talking. One said, "I've replaced my morning coffee with this mix, ginger, lemon, cayenne." Sounds strange, but I swear I feel like someone turned the lights back on. That stuck with Joe. The next morning, instead of reaching for the coffee pot, he did something different. He poured a glass of warm water, added a squeeze of lemon, grated a bit of fresh ginger, sprinkled in a tiny pinch of cayenne, stirred, drank, waited. No fireworks, no instant jolt. But within 20 minutes, he felt warmth in his chest. His hands weren't as cold. His mind felt slightly clearer. There was no buzz, just presence. He repeated it the next day, and the next. By day 4, something changed in how he walked. His spine straighter, his gaze more lifted, and Carol, his wife, noticed too. "You're humming again in the morning," she said. He hadn't realized it, but he was. By the end of the week, Joe found himself reaching for her hand across the table. He hadn't done that in months, maybe longer. They didn't talk about it, but they both felt it. Something had returned, not just energy, but the man he used to feel like. Joe didn't go on a strict diet. He didn't start lifting weights or taking prescriptions. He just replaced the first thing he put into his body each morning, and in return, his body remembered how to circulate, energize, and respond. Because sometimes the smallest shifts, when done at the right moment, awaken systems that have gone quiet. And the man who once stared into a lifeless coffee cup now greets the day with heat, clarity, and something deeper, quiet strength. After 60, many men begin to notice things changing, gradually at first, then all at once. Morning energy fades, hands and feet feel colder, mental fog creeps in, and what used to come naturally, confidence, focus, even intimacy, begins to feel distant. Doctors often call it normal aging, but in reality, something very specific is happening. Your blood isn't moving like it used to. Blood flow is everything. Your circulation delivers oxygen, nutrients, and hormones to every part of your body. When blood flow is strong, your brain feels sharp, your muscles stay warm and relaxed, your skin glows with vitality, and yes, your intimacy stays alive and responsive. But when circulation slows, energy drops, digestion becomes sluggish, mood flattens, and male hormones can't reach where they need to go. What slows down? Circulation. After 60, several factors combine. Loss of vascular elasticity. Arteries become less flexible, limiting blood flow. Thicker blood, dehydration, and inactivity lead to slower movement. Lower nitric oxide production. This molecule helps expand blood vessels, but its levels decline with age. Drop in testosterone. This affects blood volume, mood, and intimacy. It's not just one system failing, it's a network of quiet slowdowns, and your morning routine is either helping or making it worse. Why the morning matters. Most morning is when your body is primed for circulation. Your hormones are naturally peaking, your stomach is empty, your heart rate is rising. It's the most responsive moment of the day. But most men sabotage it unintentionally. Caffeine constricts blood vessels. Sugar spikes, cortisol, skipping hydration keeps blood thick. Heavy food delays digestion and slows down the body's rhythm. So instead of launching the day, most men weigh themselves down before 8 a.m. A natural drink. A natural signal. Warm water, lemon, ginger, cayenne, olive oil. These ingredients stimulate nitric oxide and vasodilation, activate metabolism and internal warmth, support liver detox and digestion, gently increase blood flow to the brain, heart, and intimate organs, encourage hormonal balance and clarity. It's not about fixing something that's broken. It's about giving your body the conditions it needs to remember how to perform. Because after 60, it's not about how much energy you have. It's about whether your body can access the energy that's still inside you. And the right drink, at the right time, can flip that switch. The natural drink. Ingredients, benefits, and the 2-minute ritual. You don't need expensive supplements or exotic powders to restore your energy after 60. What you need is something natural, warm, and purposeful. A drink that tells your body, it's time to circulate, it's time to wake up, it's time to feel like you again. Here's the exact drink that helped Joe and thousands of others regain clarity, warmth, and intimacy. The core ingredients. 1. Warm water. 1 cup. Hydration first thing in the morning thins. The blood wakes up digestion and boosts oxygen delivery. 2. Fresh lemon juice, 1/2 lemon, alkalizes the body, supports the liver, and provides a natural dose of vitamin C, essential for blood vessel health. 3. Fresh ginger, grated or sliced about 1/2 inch, a natural vasodilator that improves circulation, reduces inflammation, and gently stimulates digestion. 4. Cayenne pepper, just a pinch. Rich in capsaicin, it increases blood flow, warms the body, and can even help support natural testosterone function. 5. Optional, extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon, helps with hormone transport and adds healthy fats to support cellular health, especially for men over 60. Why this works: these ingredients stimulate circulation gently but effectively, warm the core and extremities, support nitric oxide production, critical for blood vessel dilation, activate digestion, and cleanse the liver, enhance mental clarity and calm alertness, support hormonal balance, including testosterone and dopamine. In short, This isn't just a health drink. It's a male activation formula designed by nature, not in a lab. How to prepare it, the ritual. Boil water, then let it cool slightly, warm, not hot. In a mug, combine juice of half a lemon, freshly grated or sliced ginger, a small pinch of cayenne. Optional, 1 teaspoon olive oil. Pour warm water over the ingredients. Stir and let sit for 1 minute. Drink slowly on an empty stomach. When and how often? Every morning, ideally within 15 minutes of waking. Wait at least 20 to 30 minutes before eating. Avoid coffee during this window. Let the body wake up naturally first. This routine takes less than 2 minutes to prepare, but it can shift the entire course of your day, physically, mentally, even emotionally. Because when you start the day with flow, everything else follows. Henry was 72 when he began to feel like a stranger in his own body. He wasn't ill, he wasn't in pain, but something fundamental was missing. "I just didn't feel like a man anymore," he admitted quietly one evening. His energy was low, his hands stayed cold even in the sun. He didn't reach for his wife at night, not out of rejection, but out of detachment. I thought those days were just over. He had seen doctors, read articles, even tried supplements, but nothing made a real difference. Until a neighbor, also in his 70s, said something over a fence one morning. "You don't need another pill. You need to get your blood moving." The neighbor handed him a handwritten recipe: lemon, ginger, cayenne, warm water, olive oil. Drink this every morning, first thing. No expectations. Just do it. Henry chuckled at first. It sounded like one of those old wives' cures, but he figured he had nothing to lose. The next morning, he stood in the kitchen, half asleep. He grated the ginger, squeezed the lemon, added a cautious pinch of cayenne. He stirred, sipped, and winced slightly. It wasn't delicious, but it was warm. And within 15 minutes, he noticed something small but undeniable. His fingertips were no longer cold. Over the next few days, he kept going. He didn't change anything else. No new workouts, no strict diets. But something began to shift. He felt more alert by mid-morning. He wasn't as stiff when standing. He even caught himself singing to the radio while rinsing dishes. Then came the moment that really surprised him. His wife, Margaret, leaned over during breakfast, placed her hand on his wrist and said, "You touched my back last night before bed. You haven't done that in a long time." Henry paused. He hadn't even realized. But that one gesture meant something for both of them. Because what returned wasn't just touch. It was desire without pressure, presence without performance. It was him coming back into his own skin. By week 2, the drink had become a ritual. Henry described it like this: "It's not magic. It just reminds my body to show up." And that reminder changed more than blood flow. It reopened connection. It brought back softness. It revived something too many men quietly lose and never talk about. But Henry did something different. He said yes to one small change, and his body remembered the rest. What sabotages results? Common mistakes and how to make it a habit. Most men over 60 don't need more effort. They need better rhythm. And that's why this natural drink works, if it's used the right way. But many give up too soon or make small mistakes that cancel out the benefits. Here's what often sabotages the results and how to build the habit so it actually sticks. Common mistakes. 1. Drinking it too late in the morning. Timing matters. The body is most responsive in the first 30 minutes after waking, when circulation, metabolism, and hormonal signals are naturally rising. If you wait until after breakfast or coffee, you blunt the effect. Solution: drink it as your first intake of the day, ideally within 15 to 20 minutes of waking. 2. Mixing it with too many ingredients. Some men go overboard, adding apple cider vinegar, turmeric, honey, chia, and more. While well-intentioned, this overload can confuse your gut, overwhelm the system, or cause irritation. Solution: stick to the core ingredients: lemon, ginger, cayenne, warm water. Add olive oil if needed, but keep it simple. 3. Drinking it too fast or too cold. Chugging a cold drink first thing shocks the digestive system and restricts blood vessels, doing the opposite of what you want. Solution: always use warm water, sip slowly, and allow the body to receive it gently. 4. Giving up too soon. This is perhaps the biggest sabotage. If nothing changes in 3 days, many say, it doesn't work. But your body after 60 responds more slowly but deeply. Real change comes with consistency, not intensity. Solution: commit to 7 full days. Track how you feel on day 1 versus day 7. Even small changes, clearer thinking, warmer hands, better digestion, are signs it's working. How to make it a lasting morning habit. 1. Prepare the ingredients the night before. Cut the lemon, grate the ginger, place everything on the counter. Remove friction, make it easy to show up. 2. Pair it with a reward. Drink it while listening to music, reading something inspiring, or standing near a window. Let it become a moment you look forward to. 3. Keep it visible. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Keep your ginger, cayenne, and lemon bowl where you can see them first thing. 4. Start small. Even if you don't love the taste, start with a diluted version. Let your palate adjust. Your body will feel the benefits long before your taste buds catch up. This isn't about being perfect. It's about creating a new signal, one that starts your day with activation, not depletion. And once your body starts to associate that warmth, clarity, and connection with a simple drink, you won't need to force it anymore. You'll crave it because it works. Joe no longer stares blankly into his coffee cup each morning. He still sits at the same kitchen table, still watches the light come through the window, but now there's something different in how he breathes, something steadier in how he stands, and something warmer in how he looks at Carol. That first week it felt like nothing more than a strange tea, but now it feels like a turning point. The warmth that spreads through his chest after the first few sips isn't just circulation. It's presence, it's aliveness, it's the quiet reminder. You're still here, you're still strong, and you can still feel like yourself again. Many men don't talk about these things: the low energy, the cold extremities, the fading intimacy, the dullness that sneaks in quietly after 60. But you feel it. And more importantly, you don't have to accept it as permanent. Your body still listens, your blood still moves, and your confidence can return, not from a pill, but from a pattern. This natural drink isn't magic, it's a signal, a small daily decision to give your body what it actually needs before the world gets noisy. Because when your blood flows freely, your mind clears, your chest lifts, and the part of you that felt distant, the part your partner misses, comes back. Try it. 7 days, first thing in the morning, warm water, lemon, ginger, cayenne, and a moment of stillness while your body receives it. You may not notice the shift on day 1, but by day 7, you just might recognize the man you've been missing. What's the first thing you drink each morning? Have you tried replacing it with something natural and noticed a change? Share your experience in the comments. And if this helped you reconnect with yourself in any way, subscribe to Longevity Talks for more daily wisdom to help you stay strong, clear, and fully alive after 60.